Are you doing okay today?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Okay.
I have Beckerman. What up, Mark?
I got my friend Umberto down the street.
And Kyle, what's up, brother? We got Chris in here. What's up, Chris? What up, Mark? What's going on? Are you going to give us the NFT update? Oh, what up, Norman? David,
Hey.
I want to know who the fuck is the real comic book community? Who? Is it this weirdo?
What up,
What's going on?
C-Bizzle?
Station.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping on.
What's up, guys?
What up, Digger Jim?
Like,
What's up, Travis? What up, Rude? Mike would be a great guy to tell a story.
What's going on, Blake?
Scotty, are you involved? Hey, what up, Drag? Good to see you, homie. What up, BLC? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man?
Remy Q, what's up, my guy? Hey, what up, Carrie?
Yes,
She let it-
I Google things.
God,
I think it's
big
funny,
in the
though,
house.
that-
What's up, dude?
Biggie.
What up, LCS? You know anything about this?
Circumstance, can you hum it for us?
No. dun, 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 dun. What up, man? Spine6 crew in the house.
Oh, you look especially shiny today, Phil.
Trev, the shipping guru. What's up, my dude? What's up, Taki? What's up, man? Rob's Fat Stacks. Are you here to stop FOC? Shout out to Frog Brawler. What's up, Alan? Comic Viking.
You're right, guys.
Cuppy's in the house from my guy Flo.
What's up, baby?
Uh-oh, we got another first-time appearance. Great show tonight. Lady Fantastic in this Christmas. What up, Mad Spidey? Thanks for coming through, my
Finally,
man.
get
How you
on
doing?
one. I'm in for so much stuff.
We got Papa in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for jumping.
Haters gonna hate.
Butts.
What up? What up? What up? It is Tuesday once again, and we are back for another FOC and chill. And we'll see what the homies want to talk about this week. I'll go ahead and start with the obvious subject just to kick off what I thought. If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw me share a clip from Saturday night with Comic Journeys channel where I talked a little bit about my thoughts on it. Just for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, we had the Comic Book Community Awards finale this past Saturday night on Brian LCS's channel. Anybody who follows this show knows that I've been a big supporter of the Comic Book Community Awards since the second year, not so much the first year, but the second year. And I became a supporter of the awards after I saw Brian do the first year, and I understood what he was trying to do, and that caused me to sign up after that first year, and I've been a big supporter ever since then. And I think the show, a lot of people have their feelings about the show. They think it's a waste of time. It's a popularity contest. It divides the community. There's all kinds of opinions about the awards, and you're entitled to whatever opinion you may have about it, but my opinion was that it was a good thing. It exposed channels, it brought people together, and whatever it was overall, or whatever it was in terms of the many things it is, overall it was a good thing, and I supported it. We know there's been the beef with Razor Comics recently, a newer channel who's kind of picked fights with various members of the community, various channels in the community, created drama out of thin air with various channels in this community. And he did that with Brian as well, creating drama for clicks. It's an option that's available to all of us, and Razor has very much decided to use that option that was available to us. And so he's gotten into it with Brian. I guess they had a live stream together. I never watched it, so I can't say myself, but my understanding is that Brian got the better of him in a live stream, and I guess there was a skit on the show Saturday night that targeted Razor specifically. And the thing that everyone is attached on in this skit that Brian made was that he mentioned that he offered him some Taco Bell to calm him down. And being he didn't say anything about his race in the skit or anything, but like any reasonable human being could reach a conclusion that the joke had racial connotations to it, being that Razor's Hispanic and, you know, tacos, whatever it may be. I wasn't watching the show. Actually, I was deep in UFC. Anybody who knows me knows on Saturday nights I'm watching UFC and I'm gambling my ass off. So I did not see the show right away. But obviously I heard about it pretty quickly after the fact. Some good friends of mine were offended by it. And, you know, not everybody was offended. Some people, and I mentioned this in the clip that I shared on Instagram. It's so similar to the Tony Hinchcliffe incident with Puerto Rico at the rally. Some people said, hey, take a joke. And some people said, fuck you, I don't think it's funny. And you're okay to feel either way. You know, I think we all feel the way we feel, and that's okay. But the point that I made on CJ's channel was that if you're going to have an event and you're going to bring people from across the spectrum together at said event, then you don't use exclusionary jokes like the one that he used. Now, if you watch Razor's reaction, it's disgusting. It's very disgusting behavior, if you ask me. He took this and he ran with it because he saw it as a medium for views, really. And this is going to get to the main point that I want to make about all of this, which is the word racist has been thrown around pretty freely towards Brian. And Brian has a long track record of not being racist. A very long track record of not being racist. So I think the taste was in poor taste. I think the joke was in poor taste. I don't think the joke was particularly funny. I don't think the joke really belonged at an event that was meant to bring people together. But to use it to go on your channel and make arguments about you're either with them or you're with us, or to make arguments that this person is racist, and to take it that direction, man, is gross, dude. It's fucking gross. And I'm disappointed, honestly. I'm very disappointed by the large number of people in this community that support that bullshit that he's doing over there. And the main problem that I have with Razor, guys, it's the thing, and anybody who's been in Discord knows that they've heard me say this over and over again. But the thing that I hate most about Razor's shit is that the arguments that he is making, they're not fucking principles that he's pushing towards you. They are not principles that he's adhering to. They're fucking means to an end. And that end is drama. And that's why you don't see any consistency in the arguments that he makes. You'll see him make one argument and then immediately contradict himself, because his arguments are not principles. They are means to an end. And the end is fucking clicks. That's the end. That's the purpose. Case in point, the man has talked about me multiple times. But the one time that I talked about him, he makes a video saying I'm gatekeeping him. And if you look at that video where he says I'm gatekeeping him, he tells you to go to a specific point in my show where we talk about him. And if you go and you look at that specific point that he points to, the thing that I say about him that makes me a gatekeeper is he's a clueless reporter. The man came into this space and he admits that he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's new and he's figuring it all out, but doesn't stop him from having strong opinions about things he knows nothing about. And so he'll talk about me endlessly, but if I talk about him one time, he cries like a bitch and says that I'm gatekeeping him. It doesn't matter to anyone at all. That doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. At no point in time has it ever mattered to anyone that calling me a gatekeeper in the context that he called me a gatekeeper makes no fucking sense. None. But he'll cry when I talk about him after spending so much time talking about me. Oh, how dare I talk about him back? How dare I call him a fucking clueless reporter and exclude him from this community by talking about him while he continues to talk about so many people in this fucking community, creating drama out of thin air. His beef with me is drama out of thin air. He has no real thing to say about me. He can't point to anything that I've done to him because I ain't done shit to him. His fucking beef with me is entirely fabricated. There is no beef. There's no beef at all. His arguments are not principles. They're not. He goes on Jig's Kingdom channel and he jumps in and he wants to ask, I'm talking about Razor still. He goes on and he wants to talk to Jigs. He wants to ask Jigs a question about me. And he comes in with this idea that he is coming in because he doesn't want to be a divider in this community. He hates that me and Scotty Vaughn aren't friends anymore because of him. And he thinks that it's childish that I'm making people choose between him and me. He thinks it's childish that I've decided I'm not going to be friends with him because he's friends with, or I'm not going to be friends with someone because they're friends with him. And he comes in and he acts like his whole thing is like to be the peacekeeper, to be someone who is like, just doesn't want the drama, right? Peacekeeper Sunday. But then he goes and proceeds to call me childish for not being friends with Scotty Vaughn over him. Now, he has a gross misunderstanding of what's going on between Scotty and I. And so he thinks he knows things he doesn't know. And he's a clueless reporter. And he says, guys, that's wrong for him to come and say that just because someone's friends with me, they shouldn't, he shouldn't have a problem with them for that, which I don't, but he thinks that I do. And so he's making the principled argument that you shouldn't sever ties with people just because they're friends with someone else. And believe it or not, I agree with that, guys. I 100% agree with that. I've seen the effect of someone saying, I don't like them, so nobody in my crew is allowed to like this person. You have to all shun him. That creates ridiculous fissures and cliques in this community. And I understand that there are cliques in this community, but I want to live in a world where I can hang out with any of them that I want to. And so I don't want these divisions that say I can't go here because so-and-so will get upset. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Get mad. I don't give a shit. So like this idea that I would treat anybody that way is incorrect. It's not how I work. That's one of my principles, you might argue. But then you fast forward to Saturday night, and what is one of the first things that he says after responding to Brian's joke? Well, first he says, fuck Brian ELCS and fuck circumcision, as if I have anything to fucking do with it. We've had a good laugh about that. Like, what did he say fuck me for? Like the epitome of that 50 Cent fucking meme. What did he say fuck me for? I ain't got shit. I'm watching UFC, bro. So that shit, hilarious to me. That dude, it's a little creepy how obsessed with me that man is. Like the name that comes out his mouth is my name. I ain't have shit to do with it, dude. Why are you so obsessed with me, Razor? Think about it, dude, and try and figure it out because it's fucking weird. But one of the first things he says is, if you fuck with Brian LCS, then fuck you. You can't be my friend. And why does he say that? Is because the principle that he was arguing with to Jigs was not a fucking principle. It was an end. It was a means to a fucking end. And that end was drama. That's the whole fucking point of this dude's channel. And so no one should be surprised when he goes live and he's pushing the culture war bullshit. And he's talking about racism and he's talking about victimhood and all this bullshit. Razor's not a fucking victim, guys. And I'm going to need you to stop letting him act like one. He asked for all of this fucking smoke. Don't let him cry when he fucking gets it, guys. Don't let him cry when he gets the smoke. You ain't going to see me crying about the smoke that I'm going to get. Bring the fucking smoke. I got real problems. I don't give a shit. I got real problems, y'all. All right. That's the end of my rant. Let's bring these people in who have been waiting patiently to come and talk. We can talk about this bullshit, or we could talk about some other shit, but that's everything that I wanted to say. So we got Boston Chris in the house, waiting patiently to get in here. We got my man Papa Willie in the house. What's up, Papa Willie? Thanks for joining me. Link is in the chat for anybody else who wants to jump in. If you have any thoughts about it, if you want to argue with me, you are welcome to do so. Link is in the chat. With Boston Chris, I'm assuming he has thoughts. What do you got going on?
I'm just chilling. I was able to see Journey's show. I think it was last night, right? That you guys were on there.
It was either Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, I can't quite remember. I think it was late Saturday though.
All right, and so I mean, as far as what was said on there, which I mean, there were some really good points made by you and also by Doc Lopez on there, and I think you had the most sensible quote about it, which was, that it was in poor taste and it was, divisionary and it had no place and everything like that. And so, I have to say, I just went onto the award show because I had seen, in the group chat that I was in, Bleak's Award is up. Let's check it out. So I went, I looked, he won. And I was like, oh, cool. And then I went back to what I was doing. And then I kind of popped back in. And I had missed that whole, Taco Bell joke and everything like that. But then when I went back and watched, that's kind of dirty. And I had seen other people talking about it. And, it did have no place. And it wasn't really well thought out. And then after getting a little bit more background on, their relationship, because I had no idea. I don't know who. I really don't pay attention to Reza. I don't even know who he is until this all happened. And then same with the CBC. I don't know Brian really at all. I've never talked to him. I know he pops in the different chats and stuff, but I've never interacted with him. So in terms of both of those, I'm kind of neutral on that. But it was just like, I agree with Journey when he was saying that, like, okay, so they had their debate. Brian, I guess, did well against him, and then kind of used this as kind of his victory lap on his show, which it has no place there. If you have a personal beef with somebody, leave it off. Like you want to go and say, if you're doing, especially in an event like that, don't bring it there just because you're celebrating everyone else. And now this has become the big thing. It's not talking about who won what and everything else. It's just like, oh, this is what everything is all about now. And now we have, and it's funny because it was all about a drama. It was a CBDA, the Comic Book Drama Authority. And where are we at now? Drama everywhere. Like I really don't care about any of that nonsense. I really just kind of hang back and like you said, I want to live in a world where you can just kind of go wherever I live in that world. Just because I come on here, I talk to whoever I want to talk to, and then I go about my business. So I really don't care about getting into all that nonsense as far with anybody, just because in the end of it all, like we all have bills. Some of us have families. We have real problems outside of this. Like I come here to try to not deal with the stuff that bugs me outside. So I think that really, if there was any sort of check before that, where people were if he was able to show that to other people, somebody should have said to them, like, yeah, this is probably not a good one. Don't put that on there. Like, it's just going to cause trouble. But I mean, at this point, it's out there. There's really not much you can do. I know the response to it has been, and I'm not saying that people don't have a right to be angry. They absolutely do. But the response to it, as far as from Razor's point, was a little much too. Which is like,
it's a bit uneven.
Yeah, I mean, you're threatening violence on this guy and everything else. And it's just like, I mean, if that's the way you feel, man, I wouldn't condone that at all. But I mean, is it worth going to jail over somebody who made a joke? You know what I mean? Like, really, like, think about your life versus and everything you have going on. Is it worth all that? It wouldn't be that for me. Like now, if you threaten me, different story. But if it's not anything like that, then I mean, I don't need all that. Like I just let it roll off and be like, the guy's an asshole. And I think Brian's biggest problem is what we've all dealt with, I think, in life, where you have people that do get a little bit familiar. And it's like, you know what? Knowing somebody as far as like I know who Circumstances is. I don't know him personally. So the last thing I'm gonna do is make a joke. Like if I'm friends with you, we can make jokes, whatever. Sometimes people will get a little bit familiar and say things that kind of cross lines, and you let them know, hey, I crossed the line, don't do that. But you should never be making jokes and getting familiar with people that you do not like. That's because that's never gonna go well. I don't give a shit, where you think it's coming from. Oh, it's just a joke. Don't worry. No, they're not gonna take it as a joke. They're gonna take it personal and freak the fuck out. That's what's gonna happen. And really, a lot of I think what's going on, all the backlash from it that's coming in, and other people now supporting one side and the other side and everything else. As far as like where you had Sticky chime in and start saying things, and now I guess it's gotten even to be a bigger mess. It's like this is where this all comes from, and it's just like really cooler heads just need to prevail. Let it be. It's just comics. We're just talking about comics. Let it go. There's no need to have all this on a platform that you came onto just to, I guess, share comics, talk about comics, and meet new people. That's all really people. That was my intent. I don't know about everybody else, but my intent was just that. I'm not going to get into any kind of beef like that with anybody. So, I mean,
I saw someone say it, and I thought it was fair. I mean, it's kind of weird to be, a grown ass man, a comic book nerd, and you're on here talking about violence and like I'm stupid like that. Like, make it make sense. It make sense.
What's funny? What cracked me up with that, and I'll let other people talk about it, is that that line comes. That's literally a Joe Pesci line from Casino. When he threatens a bank, he's like, "Because I'm crazy, I'll crack your head open. Because I'm stupid like that. Joe, don't scare me." It's just like, don't quote movies. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, if you're angry, by all means, be angry. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that he didn't provoke Brian into making jokes, or that Brian wasn't retaliating for what was said in the past. Because I really generally just stick to comics and stuff like that. Like, I really don't go down this path. But in the end of it all, just like I said, cooler heads just need to prevail. Both of them should admit, hey, you know what? We took it too far. Let's just go our separate ways. We don't have to interact. That's it. Nice and easy. Move on with each other's lives. That's it.
Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you, Drew. I know you've got thoughts. What are you thinking, brother?
Bro, look, let's call a spade. All right. Brian wasn't joking. He was talking shit. They're the kind of people at this point that are like, fuck you, no fuck you, right? And then he makes a joke, right? That joke isn't a joke. It's a veiled fuck you. And if that veiled fuck you is clumsily told as a clumsy joke that happens to be fucking like low-hanging fruit racism, whether he meant to be racist or not, like, you can't look at that as a positive thing. Like, so I'm with you on that. Like, it shouldn't have been said as part of a show that was about bringing people together and celebrating the community. Shouldn't have been done. That being said, I as soon as I heard it was said, I thought it was pretty fucked up. But
yeah, me too.
It's on the audience to be offended. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about you. When you say something that offends somebody, your intent doesn't matter. At that point, you've already offended them, right? So it's like, is it offensive? It's not for me to say, because I wasn't offended by it. But the people who were offended by it seem to be offended by it. So he's got a right to be offended. So, but like his immediate response of fuck circumcision, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? I like Razor.
That came hard.
Endlessly entertaining for all the reasons you don't like Razor, and that's fine. I also I think his unboxings where he buys comics and he opens them up and gets genuinely excited about them. I think that that's good for the community. I think that he needs to lean into that, and I think that the drama shit. And I've told him to his face, "This is bullshit. It's not for me." But like, I don't think it's not funny. I think it's hilarious. I was on that jig stream when he came on, and I was so violently high I could not stop laughing. I'm not sure if anybody was like, go back and watch the Jigs Kingdom stream that went for 18 fucking hours, and in the first 2 hours, Razor hops on, and I just laughed for like an hour straight.
It was weird.
I mean, it was just like so. It was like, can I call you Jay? And it was just
It was weird, dude.
I
was
just
weird.
could not stop laughing. It was pretty perfect. But beyond that, like I was on his stream for his giveaway the other night, and he was really nice and accommodating, and really like we had a good time over there. There wasn't any sort of drama. It was before the fucking awards, and he was just doing his own thing with the people who watch his channel, and it was a good time. So everybody isn't, whatever side of him you see at all times. I think that there's a nugget of a
no one is all one thing, and I
think there's a nugget of a genuine dude in there, and I think that he feels that
I don't
he
see
feels
it, guys.
offended by it,
I
then
don't see
it's his to speak on. But I think it's more about fueling the drama.
So Niobe makes a point here that I actually want to highlight, because it began to feel like wrestling for me when Sticky Goose dropped his video on it, basically backing Brian, and like basically he's best friends with Brian, and he's siding with Brian against the mob, and you're going to find out who your real friends are, implying that like he's one of the real friends that Brian has. And I'm like, whoa,
Sure,
dude, this feels like wrestling, right?
You know what? I'm going to tell you the same thing I told you was a couple months ago when I first stopped it happening. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Who is this Sticky fucking who?
Yeah.
Who watches this dude? Like what kind of content is like everything I've seen on his channel is absolute dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is mostly the take. Like, it was just a bad joke, and anybody who's using this to paint Brian as some racist person, it's absurd, guys. It's fucking absurd. People can make mistakes, people can make jokes in bad taste, and it doesn't mean that they're racist, and it doesn't mean that we need to kick off a fucking stupid ass culture war in the comic book community, dude. It's just stupid.
This clearly is not the platform to discuss nuanced conversation about racial inequalities and proper use of satire. It's not what the fuck this is.
It reminds me of a little line already. Stuck on you.
Yeah.
Got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just
I think Razor.
I agree with Lisa.
I think Razor's got a crush on you. I'll be honest.
I agree with the last part of Lisa's comment, where it's just like Sticky's just reaching for content, and really, I mean, this is the perfect time for him to kind of come back up and be, see, I'm with the, you know what I mean, just because it's just something easy for him to latch onto and get views by getting himself in there. So I mean, I don't condone any of that nonsense. I just think that really it's in the end of it all, it's just like, when if other people from the outside that weren't even in this community were to look at this, they would probably laugh their balls off and like, dude, you want to see some ridiculous shit? Watch a bunch of grown men scream about comics and how they hate each other. Like you said, like kind of like wrestling. They would laugh. Like my friends that aren't into comics would absolutely laugh and like, so you guys really get mad about this? Like, really? That this is what all this caused? Like, oh, you have no idea. It's insane.
It's all fucking acting to me, man. It's like, I think Niobe said it perfectly. It's wrestling to me, dude. And that it never felt like wrestling more than when Sticky made that video of like, Sticky's never been about the comic book community awards. He's never, he's always made fun of the whole thing, but now he's the ally of Brian LCS, telling him that the best way forward is to not apologize and to stand your ground and ignore the people that are Brian's friends who were clearly upset about it. Like, that's just not the way to go.
How about you just say, hey man, I was talking shit on somebody I don't like. I was a bit out of pocket. I apologize if you were offended. If you're my friend, you know who I am, If you're not my friend, I don't fucking care. And then call
Yeah.
it a day. I mean,
I
that's
actually
the
wish he
best
had
thing
made
he
it.
can probably do is just be
Yeah.
like, oh, you weren't rolling with me? Well, you're probably not gonna be. So who cares? But at the same time, people who know me know that I'm not a fucking bigot. Saying a racist joke doesn't make you a racist. It's that
I
simple.
actually wish. I actually wish that his apology was that more so than what it initially was, where it was like kind of making like not doubling down, but just being like, well, he said some bad things about me, and no one came to my aid, so I just made this, and I'm sorry if I
That's not
offended
true.
you. But,
Plenty of people talk shit on him when he talks shit on Brian.
yeah,
like plenty of people talk shit on him. Like, it's
yeah.
fine.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is,
Your boy circumcision has been hating on him since day one.
I'm hiding this guys. Just real quick, I'm hiding this CBC Awards person. I'm pretty sure that's not Brian. So we're hiding that. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
But he, what I think is in that, like you said, just be like, you know what, the guy pushed my buttons, and yeah, I put it out there, specifically for him, and it was in bad taste. But you know what, I don't care. He gets under my skin. And it wasn't the time or place, so and I would have been fine with that. I just because the other thing he was saying, was like, oh, there's a double standard on this, and I'm like, okay, so it didn't make his apology really seem genuine at all. It was just kind of like, I'm doing this because I'm supposed to, and that's pretty much it. And
I mean, he should apologize because it's a fucked up thing to say.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
think it was as malicious and racist as everybody wants to make it out to be, but that's
not everybody.
It's up to Razor to be as offended as he wants to be offended. So
yeah,
like that level is personal between the two of them, and it was already fucking elevated. So obviously he said it maliciously, but I don't think he was maliciously racist. I think he was
Excellent point.
I think he was ignorant of the fact that it was not the right thing to say racially.
I agree with that.
He connected the dots on that. So I mean, it's not fair to jump down his throat about it.
Here's now because I know Brian, and because I have I've been discriminated against before by a bunch of different kind of people, and I know that Brian is not a racist. Okay. Now what he did during the show, I mean, obviously he and this other guy has a beef with each other, and should Brian use should he use that platform to make fun of him? I mean, to me that seems awkward, and I wish Brian didn't do it. But what is the? I mean, what kind of accountability you wanna set for Brian? Is it you wanna? I mean, what Brian did that deserves hate from the whole community, right? Or hate from the half of the community, or 30% of the community? I mean, it's obvious that these two people didn't get along, and Brian made a sort of slight comment about him. If some of the people took that as a racial joke and they take offense to that, then I think Brian should apologize to those individuals who took offense to it, because it was ethnic based joke, and that's fine. But does he deserve a hate from all the community because of that particular between these two people that has a beef with each other? I think it was a awkward setting for Brian to use his platform to make fun of that person, but it seems like the other person also made fun of him as well using his platform.
That's true.
And I think
That's
that's
true.
an important, and Darth, I want to let you go, but I do want to highlight that point because I think that's an important point that Naman is making. I think Brian came on and he apologized on his Saturday morning show, and it wasn't the best apology. And the reason why it wasn't the best apology is because he was focused on what was done to him that no one cared about, which is
Yes.
the attacks that
Correct.
Razor has made on multiple people, talking about their wives and taking
Yes.
things way too far. Razor's done this far too many times. So this is part of the bullshit of Razor, which is that he does things like talk about people's wives, but then
Yeah.
he'll go on his show and act like he's a fucking victim, guys. And it's bullshit. He's not a victim, and I need y'all to stop letting him act like he is one, dude. It's triggering the fuck out of me.
Well, that's a fair point, Marcus. Like all bullshit aside, I have conversations with the dude, and he's very aware of it. And I've I don't give anybody advice on how to make content when I don't make content, right? But I tell them, it's a slippery slope. Once you engage, bro, all gloves are off, and he has to know that something like this was coming. And I agree with a lot of the like what Drew said. It's the way he used the joke, right? Okay, we all agree on that. But what happens and what I've noticed, because I look at the comments, you know what I mean? I'm at home on vacation, so I'm just chilling, looking at the comments. And it is what I knew would happen. It's going to open up the floodgates for certain scum that shouldn't be in our comic community. We are already engaged, like just battles after battles. And like, I love the drama, but even myself, I get like a little weird. And besides myself, because I stirred a pot, it is what it is, right? But I just grew up with lines don't cross. And I think, and I think, I don't want to say it's culturally, but I think us as men, right? Because it's predominantly men, and we're all fighting each other. It's like there's lines we shouldn't cross that we know we shouldn't fucking cross, but they got crossed already, and so now there's no going back.
Right.
And to be fair, I'm over here watching the goose, right? Because I want to see, because I I'm just because I know how he's gonna come, and he dropped a bombshell today, bro. Like I don't, if I want to stir the pot, I'm gonna just stir it, bro. It was breaking news. He's flat out was interested who he just disrespected, and what it is in that roast by Tom, he realized one thing: a lot of neutral people, just because you think they're buddies, maybe they don't jump to your defense. This guy's out here basically saying fuck. I don't want to basically said fuck Jim Ed, and he did the sticky thing, the under the belt shots. So that's going to be interesting. So now, see what I mean? So now it's like the shit is not stopping. Mad, bro. Maybe we should pull.
Apparently, I missed what happened today.
Yeah, I don't know.
I missed what
happened.
happened. What are you talking about that happened today? I don't know what you're talking about.
He said it on his stream. Look, bro, he went the right wing. Look, I'm just saying, okay? He went the right wing route in his content now. You go in his chat, bro, you got people referencing send him back to the border, fried chicken.
Red pill.
Oh, yeah, he did, bro. Like, I'm like, damn, okay. So he used the situation with Brian to use that whole thing. He did it yesterday when he says, you're going to be butthurt when who wins tomorrow. So, okay. So you got beat up so bad, you're going to go right wing. That's what you're kind of
yeah.
That's how it is. That's all you got. And why you go that way. It
seems to me like he's just trying to corner a market there because he knows that this comic book thing ain't working for him because these people don't give a shit because he got his ass fed to him by Tom on his own fucking channel. It's the most exciting thing he's ever done. And I'll state it again. Who the fuck is this guy? Who? What?
No,
who gives a shit?
Well, yeah.
I mean, back to the joke though. When you were talking, it kind of made me. When Naman was talking, it kind of made me think of this. It's a racist joke because it's racist, but it's not a fucking joke. People are pissed off because it's not a fucking joke. He told a Mexican guy that he'd calm down if he ate some Taco Bell, right? How is that a joke, right? It's like me saying to Naman, go eat some pizza. That's not a fucking joke. Naman, go eat an egg roll. Is that a joke? No, it's just fucking racist, right? So it's like, it wasn't funny. The problem is it wasn't funny. It wasn't a joke. There was no structure to it. It had no integrity. There was no comedy. There was no twist. There was like nothing unexpected happened. He was just making a fucking racist dig at somebody, thinking that that's a funny thing to say. And that is, I mean, I don't know how old Brian is, but like that's not like that's very like that used to be something that wasn't a big deal, you know. It's not something you say anymore. It's not something you put out in public. It's just a respect issue, and that's like more of a respect issue for everybody who's Latino, who's not the fucking guy you're talking about. Who gives a shit if you respect the guy you're talking shit on? Respect the fucking people that are of his ilk that you're insulting with the shit you just said. You know, you're insulting more people than just the person you're trying to insult, and that's what makes it a bigger deal.
That's why I had to jump on it, because I was watching it live, just to like on a neutral standpoint to support it, because I've said that the words are cool, and if I had a channel and I won, I'd run with it. But I understand people's you know, the people that kind of like don't buy into it. I get it, you know what I mean? I get it. So I was just watching the support, and he dropped that. I'm like, whoa, hold on now. Hold up, let's slow down now. Let's not go there, because what's going to be next, bro? Are we going to start taking jabs at each other's, the racial jabs? You know what I mean? The innuendos at each other. Is that how we're going to start battling and beefing it out? It's bad enough that the channels and content creators are going at it with each other. Now we're going to take racial digs. That ain't cool. That changes the game. That changes, because we can all, you know, there's three white, black, brown. Would that be the predominant in this country? And imagine if we all started taking those jabs at each other, bro. Come on, it get hella toxic. It get out of control, and that's the danger in that joke. Now you got Sticky, who politicized it, that's running with this whole other right wing narrative. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh, dude, now we're crossing over to. I didn't think it would go this far, bro. Like I'm down for the beef. I see it as like hip hop beef. You know, you got your beef, you take your jabs, and you move on. But now it's going somewhere you don't want it to go, all because of a stupid joke, all because somebody didn't think it through, and that's what pisses me off more. Because now I feel like it was intentional. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so
I mean, it was certainly intentional to hurt Razor, but it wasn't intentional to hurt a whole community of people. You know,
I promise you it wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that, and look, I mean, or what we have to be careful of is do not over. I mean, accountability is fine, but you know, did he commit? What kind of, let the punishment fit the sin, right? I mean, is it something that I could forgive? Yes or no? Is it something that that is a, hey, we're gonna have no friendship here from here on. He was a person who, I mean, many of us were friends with, right? I don't know. Is that just
still friends with?
Okay, so did he do so bad that we said we're gonna cut ties with him? Is it that bad? Is that what
I never had ties with him. So
No,
to
me
me,
neither.
it's like to me it's kind of whatever. I don't, you know what I mean? His apology, I think, was kind of watered down. It you know, felt
Hey, Lopez. I understand that you and you two have beef with each other, right? So either one of you not gonna behave right to each other, right?
I don't. Well, look, I can't say that I personally have. I don't like what he said. That's where.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't like how it was used.
Obviously,
It's up
he
to
didn't like
Razor.
what you say too, right?
Right.
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
So two of you have a beef. I agree that Brian using that platform, especially that platform, because it's a community platform. I mean, that's what he say. It was a community platform. So from that platform, he made a racial joke. He was intended to hurt you, but he didn't mean to hurt. I mean, not hurt, but maybe he thought he was just joking. I don't know. But
Well, can I?
The rest of the community got hurt by it. So he does have to apologize to those people. But I mean, does it? Do we say, oh no, this is a unforgivable sin? We need to cut a tie with him. He's no longer our friends. We're not going to banish him from the community. Is that where we're at right now? Is that what you're saying we're at?
No, I think can I want to respond to that just a little bit.
Yeah, we haven't heard from you yet. Let's hear it.
Yeah, well, I do want to say that I think I understand where everyone's coming from here. There's been some really great points already made, but I want to respond first to Nauman here. I don't know. What I'm hearing from your argument is like you're kind of saying that he just let Brian off. Like he's not racist, and I don't think he's racist. I've known Brian for a while. I honestly think he did a bad joke, and my biggest thing is that it wasn't funny, and that's the only joke I'll make. But with Nauman, like with your argument on like keep saying like what is it, this or that, it seems that for me, and I know, and more importantly, the people that were affected by this, because I'm a white guy, this didn't affect me whatsoever. It affected me to see some friends of mine be affected by it. But I think that Brian needs to make his stance perfectly clear on this. Was that like if it was not a racist joke, Brian, say it wasn't. Explain yourself a little bit and hold accountability for it and say, hey, dude, I made a bad joke. This is what's going on. And so I think accountability is huge in this. And I do think that no matter how small the joke is, it opens the door for other things. And that it's a very slippery slope when you let things like this just go. And I'm not saying anybody should cancel Brian or anyone should be attacking Brian. What I'm saying is that some accountability needs to come from him, and we need to be open to what that reality may be.
Now, I think that's
well, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I didn't say he didn't deserve any. I didn't say he don't need to have accountability. Okay. What I'm saying is what is that? What is that accountability? And you cleared that up for me.
It's based off of how he responds, to be honest. Like, does he lose subscribers? Does he lose viewers? That's accountability. That's the people speaking and saying, oh, I don't want to fuck with you anymore because I don't believe that you're a genuine person. But you know, he just needs to come out and say to everybody, just because I hate a Mexican doesn't mean I hate Mexicans. And just because I used a racist joke to hate one Mexican, I'm sorry, I don't hate the rest of y'all, at least not just for being Mexican. And that's really all there is to, like, the accountability is the fact that we're having this conversation right now. That we're talking about him in a questionable manner. And at any point, that's the accountability. You know, you put it out. YouTube, you know, it's a video platform, it's an entertainment platform, but for the majority of us, it's a social media network, right? So if it's like Facebook, your uncle says something racist on Facebook, and your friend who met him at your wedding doesn't want to talk to him anymore, so he just blocks him. Like, just don't. It doesn't need to be a constant battle. Just because they're battling doesn't mean that everybody needs to get in on it and pick a side. And to be honest, I don't think that Razor's a victim here, but I do think that there are victims in the community who feel disrespected by the fact that they tuned into a community award show and had some fucking shit said that offended them, you know, and that's you know, didn't affect me. I was offended by a lot of the bad comedy on that show.
Yes.
You know, I also found some of that endearing. So, you know, the fact is, you know, Brian is not a professional entertainer, right?
No.
And he tried to do something entertaining.
I'm sorry, none of us are. I don't care if you got 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers. So far, I haven't seen anybody that was.
If you are getting paid for your YouTube channel, I will consider you a professional entertainer.
Make a living at it first, okay?
Like,
make a living at it first, okay?
Right. But like the fact that he put that much effort into trying to put
a lot of effort
together,
a ton of effort,
is impressive and commendable. And the fact that the goal of it was to celebrate and bring the community together is impressive and commendable.
Right.
The joke
Yes.
is condemnable.
That's right.
Because it's number one, not a good joke. Number two, racist. Number three, directed at somebody who he's having a personal beef with that has nothing to do with the community or celebration of the community, and trying to take down drama shouldn't include fueling your own. And on top of that, like, just like, you're offending people who are there innocently to enjoy themselves. So
Yeah.
I think he owes it to everybody who was possibly offended to address it in a concerned manner for how he treated them. But if he has no malicious intent towards those people, and I don't think anybody really believes that he does.
What? How many of us are ethnic here? Marcus, me, who else?
Me?
Well, we're all ethnic.
Marcus, I know you're handsome and everything, but
We're all.
you're still one of those
Everybody
dudes.
has an ethnicity. Just because I'm white and you can't tell me apart from the other white people doesn't mean I don't have an ethnicity.
I mean,
shout out.
What? Here's the thing. I have to play race car.
Oh fuck!
Important.
I think Razor played all of them this weekend. I don't think
I have to play the race car when it's important, because if I play race car for what I feel is not that important, I'm sorry, I don't feel this is a race car moment.
Right.
Because when I do need to play that race car, it need to affect my kids, my life, my family's life. It has to be that affects the whole community of my people.
You don't want to be the boy who cried racism.
I don't want to be calling for wolf every time something has happened.
Yeah.
Oh, wolf is there. Then if I do that, then that becomes when I really need to use it, I cannot use it anymore, because we're gonna use instead of solving, it's between Brian and this guy, and they are fighting. Okay, one may have used, hey, you mother, whatever, right? The other guy say, oh no, you're Korean, whatever, right? That's between these two guys.
Oh yeah.
Now, if he's using this platform to make that kind of joke, and then he's not apologizing to the community of these people that are offended by it, then that's wrong. I think that Brian needs to go and apologize to those people who are offended by his comments. But me at this time, when I got in fight with Brian, and now I want to pull a race car out and say, hey, look, you should be banned from the community. I stop.
Yeah.
Don't use that color that way, because this isn't that important. It doesn't affect my kids' lives. It doesn't affect my community in such a broad way.
Yeah.
If it does, then yeah, use it. But if it doesn't, then it's just one man to another man, right?
Man makes a good point, because the thing is, if you think about it, in all the of things that are going on in the universe, this is like one of those minuscule things that are going on. And y'all got to remember, I don't know if some of y'all remember this, but what was it? About 2,000 years ago, a man died on the cross for every single person on this planet. Just one person did that. And he did that to save the rest of the world if the people chose him. But if they don't chose him, you know what I mean? But yeah, he who cast the first stone. I've said some racist fucking stuff before. And when I was a teenager, I didn't know no better. You know what I mean? I know that may sound like an excuse or whatever, but then nowadays, looking back at it, I know stuff like that was wrong. But as a human being, we have the choices to make decisions through willpower. And some of those decisions, we're not always going to be 100% perfect in the decisions we make. But what we can do is, once that decision is made, we can ask our good Lord upstairs for forgiveness, or we can do one thing even better. We can go to that person we offended and make it right with them. And if we can do that, we can change their lives, they can change your lives, and we can change everyone's lives today. And God bless America. In Jesus' name, amen.
Hey, God bless America. And
Hey,
before we move on,
I'm
before
getting
we
a
move
little.
on, can you
I'm getting a
highlight
little high
TN
blood pressure.
comedies?
I gotta leave. I got.
Oh, we
All right.
love you, nah, man.
Okay.
God bless you,
Nah,
thanks
brother.
for coming through, Naman. Take
Love
care
you,
of yourself,
brother.
brother.
You
Good to see
highlighted
you.
that TN
And
comedy comment.
hold on, before we get there, I got to do this for 90. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. All right, what TM comment are we talking about?
Yeah, he says he had a lot of other options what he could have said. You're sure of it? I'm not sure of it because he's not a comedian. Like he was literally here's a quick barb I can throw at a guy I'm beefing with, and I don't think he thought of it like how do I tell a joke. I think that he just went for how do I talk shit on this person, and that's a bad way to go into any sort of presentation that's for a broader audience.
Yeah, and I think really the both of them, and I mean, I think most of us are on the same page with how we kind of see all this. But I also think that really, the big thing is that they were both emotional when they said what they said, and just in general, they were both emotional, and you really got to take that out. I mean, that's not the time or place for it. But really, like if you're going to make a comment on somebody, just know, like if you don't like this person, maybe it's and I don't think they had other people saying, you know what, maybe just kind of hang back, let it be, don't like this ain't the time or place. And really that's what you got to think about. Like everybody will say like, oh, like be careful what you say in the height of emotion because you might say something that you regret, and you might not regret it as you instantly say it, but then once the cuts start to come, you're like, ah, shit, you know what I mean? So that's where I kind of come from with it. It's just like, you know what, both of them, I think, definitely need to calm down. I think and I don't think there is any reconciliation between them because of how angry they are.
Yeah.
I think if they had a mediator in between, maybe they can get things across that, understanding like, hey, you know what?
I disagree with all of that. Actually, fuck Razor. We don't need to do shit with Razor. We don't need to make up with Razor. He doesn't need to apologize to Razor. Razor can kiss my fucking ass. The only thing I need from Brian. The only thing, just real quick, the only thing I need from Brian is I need him to make a real apology where he doesn't say, I'm sorry you were offended. He just says, I'm sorry. And he says sorry to the people in this community who are part of this community, who have supported his awards for a long time, who didn't appreciate the joke, and just open the door again for those people to come back. And that's not going to happen without a sincere, heartfelt apology, not to fucking Razor, because fuck Razor, but to the people who do matter, who are not fucking playing victim cards, who are not full of shit, but the actual people who are genuinely offended. Just do it to apologize to them, to open the door so that they can come back. That's all we need. Fuck Razor and kiss my ass. We got our first appearance. We got our first appearance here. We got Niobe Comics in the house.
This is Niobe Comics coming at you live.
The Canadian.
Hey, Boston Chris, he remembers the good old days.
Well, I just wanted to come in here because I saw that the Great Legend Show was hanging out tonight, and I wanted to be part of the party. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn. See, that's the kind of excitement that Brian LCS should have been doing right here. He should have been hosting like this guy, or like I said in the Jigs Discord, watch Guy Smiley on Sesame Street. Greatest game show host of all time. That's where I get most of my shtick from because I'm a Sesame Street fan. So thank you, Guy Smiley, for making me what I am today.
Well, look, I got to tell you guys, I've been watching this. I've been watching several live shows. Say, like election night, everyone seems they want to go live, right?
Yeah.
So I saw the Sticky Goose live. I saw some other live. I saw Sticky Goose went live tonight to cover the election. You guys missed that?
I don't know who that guy
This must be what Lisa's been talking about.
Bro, dude, he started.
Look,
I'm not sub to him.
Look, guys, if you want the drama, right? If you really want to sink your teeth into the drama, you got to go watch that last Sticky Goose live show because he was fucking brutal on people, dude.
I don't think this is about drama, dude.
What do you mean it's not about drama? You're talking about Brian LCS and Razor. Of course it's about drama.
We're talking about our fucking community, you dickhead.
Fuck off, bitch. Now you got drama with me, Tate, and that's something you don't want.
I really don't care.
Great, you're my new project.
All right, guys. All right.
So now I go creep your channel. I go eat your videos.
You're coming in here and acting like this is a joke, like everything else you fucking do.
Yeah, it is a joke. You're a joke to me, bitch.
All right, guys.
That's
Come
fine.
on. All right,
got
guys,
it?
let's try to
Yeah,
be
that's
respectful.
fine.
Like let's
Well,
not do
your bud wasn't respectful. He should get the boot right away.
I understand, Tate. Let them I understand where you're coming
All right,
from,
dude.
Tate.
I want to see your face before I take anything you say seriously, and then you can come say it to my fucking face, and we can
Gladly.
find out what happens.
Gladly.
So if you're threatening me with you're gonna expose me,
Yeah.
then fucking do it, brother.
Great.
Do it.
No problem. Ask anyone around that's been around, knows I'm more than capable of doing that.
Oh,
That I have done that.
and you're able to hack things. I've seen all your stupid ass shit in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
You're not part of this community. I don't even know why you're fucking here.
Dude, I helped start the fucking community.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
You
he
did.
wasn't.
You
He's
did.
been here a
You
while.
You should be
Yes,
kissing
you
my
did.
fucking feet.
Oh,
And not only that,
that's not-
and not only that,
right.
I actually make the comics that you fucking collect and put on your wall.
Yeah, I've never seen your fucking trash
Yeah,
comic
well,
that you
trash
sell like
comic.
a dirty ass bitch.
I fucking make the
So-
things you put on your wall. The things that you only wish
Oh,
you
wow.
could do, I fucking do it.
Guys. We're gonna do a quick timeout here because nobody's listening to me. You guys can have beef, but we're not gonna do this now. You guys can do this at another time. Tate, respect to you, brother. I understand where you're coming from, and Larry, respect to you. I understand where you're coming from, but let's not be disrespectful to each other because we're just gonna fucking ruin this whole show, arguing and yelling over each other. So let's for a moment put it to the side. Let's stay on track here. I think, Tate, I love you, brother, but it is okay to call this drama. It's inherently, it is drama. But it's also what you said in that we are just talking about the comic book community. And like, there's some channels who are about comic books. There are some channels who are about the community and some channels who are both. But if you pay attention to this show is about the comic book community. And so that's why we're discussing this drama. But let's not turn this into a fucking dick measuring contest, guys. Please, guys. Niobe, so getting back on track though, did you have any thoughts on the
Brian LCS should not be making any personal beefs or references during a community award show, right? So I didn't see the Taco Bell thing until Sticky Goose had actually shown it on his own channel, right? Because everyone had missed it. And I also missed the entire Sticky Goose roast because that was entirely edited and dubbed over when it was placed into the actual award show. Okay, both things were not needed for that award show. Okay, no roasting of fellow YouTubers during a community event, and no Taco Bell jokes against your Mexican friends during a fucking community event. You know, people want to fight. Great. It's the internet. That's what happens. It's YouTube. But there are certain grounds that should and remain sacred. That's what I want to say.
I hear you.
I kind of agree with
hear
you. That's why that joke. That's where we're at now, and even discussing it is hard because we get into semantics. Was it intentional? Did he really mean it and offend us all, or was just at one individual? Well, me being Hispanic, I know it was for one individual. I'm more disappointed and upset at that he used it in the wrong time. Okay, you already went at it with them. You come out to me, and I told Razor, come out looking like you took that L, Razor, when you're on there. Whatever, Razor reacts. He does what he does. It is what it is, right? But it's just the way he used it at the time he used it. Does he need to be banned? Me as a Hispanic? No, man. No, he should not be banned. And bitch ass Sticky Goose shouldn't be banned. Let them do what they do. It is what it is. But like I agree with Marcus. Unfortunately, and I've said it a long time in my own multiverse, this beefing was always going to get this far, and it's only going to get farther. Now we could all band together and say, you know what? Why don't we just why don't we stop it here right now? Right? I stoke the fires of drama. I get off on it. I think it's fun. It's entertaining. But now I'm like, after what happened today, after Mr. fucking Sticky Goose flat out says fuck Jim Mint and got personal with Jim Mint, and all the racial stuff, maybe it's time to.
I always did think
Drama
Sticky
little.
Goose was one of them proud boys. Fuck
Right.
proud, boy.
You gotta be proud of.
Yeah,
It's
man.
family
Fucking
life.
right hand. What do you call them motherfuckers? Alt right.
shit.
Fucking.
That's what he's doing. That's
Damn
what
right.
That's what this came from. That's what has happened. Now we
That's
got the
too
first guy.
hardcore for me, brother. I don't, hey, I used to, my grandmother, God bless her, she loved Ronald Reagan. Me and my dad, we Democrat, we voted fucking Walter Mondale. Hey, I'm just saying, just telling the truth. Librarians got to tell the truth.
Hey,
Amen.
somebody
God
gotta
bless
vote for that
America.
loser
Amen.
Mondale.
I love Jesus. We had Walter Mondale in the fucking pool table room. Just saying, dude.
Yeah, I'm a Bush guy. I'm a George W. Bush. George W. Bush, the greatest president in my lifetime.
You know, my sister,
But who
met
cares about all
him.
that? No?
She met him at the Texas Rangers because remember he was Rangers owner, part owner
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, he
That's
was.
where
And
she
he
met,
said-
and she met him as a governor. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, well,
But he's
whatever.
fucking cool. Good. I
Hey.
mean, one of the best Christian presidents. Anyway, fans, you know how it is. Everyone's going to pick theirs. And hell, I've been alive to see both sides, left and right, have great fucking presidents. Amen. There's been some damn good ones on both sides. But I think in today's, it's so polarizing in the news and everything you see because certain news channels, for the most part, all of the news channels, they pit each news channel against each other, but what they're really trying to do is incite the disdain for each other in America. So they want
100%.
both sides to fight. You know, they want us to like get crazy and shit like that.
That's
But
why I
it's-
don't do media.
yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I don't need media for my politics. I don't.
That's
need,
right.
And a lot of people, I was talking this on Biggie's stream. I'm at work on a smoke break, and they want to talk. They want to talk politics.
Hey.
They want to do all that. You know what I mean? And who are you voting for, George? I don't really want to tell you. Oh, I know you're a Trump guy. You were a Trump guy last time. Well, whatever. I don't want to talk about it. And it's just like,
Yeah.
it's so meta now. It's like,
Yeah.
and all they want to bring up is what they see on the effing news.
I know, man. Yeah.
And then I asked them, do you know policy? Well, what about the blue collar? What about the middle class? There is no middle class. And what about this? And what about groceries? And blah, 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 blah. But they just,
they just keep
want to
going on that shit.
the wall. And one coworker told me she felt safe when Trump was president. I go, what is the difference between when he wasn't? I mean, you live in Indiana. All you guys got guns, right? So what? I mean, how are you not safe? How do you feel safe? Oh, it's just because he took care of us. Okay, well, fine. You know what I mean? And then you got the right, the lefties that worked. You know what I mean? And they're meta now. They become like really, really, really strong and stuff. And it's like, damn. But and I was saying this on that last stream. I remember I feel more comfortable when we kind of kept that to ourselves. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
How about we don't even talk religion, politics? Almost have no place in the comic book community.
Bro.
It's infinity. Nobody will ever win.
Right.
It's endless. It's a waste of time.
It's like DC versus Marvel or Mylar versus Poly.
Well, we all know Marvel wins that battle.
Amen.
Hey!
All day Marvel.
What about
Marvelous
Shazam?
Comics,
What is
House of
in
Ideas.
Shazam the OG Captain Marvel?
No, there's Carol
No,
Danvers.
no, he's the
Oh,
fake
Oh, y'all are
Captain
fucking
Marvel.
killing me. Y'all are putting a
Bootleg
dagger in the
Captain
Legends
Marvel.
heart right now. I love it because I love you guys, but god dang, y'all
We should
care
talk
I mean,
more
more.
comic books.
you can also
Lovers.
have to take that Tupac is the greatest rapper of all time, and then
Hey, don't
you
you
know,
start,
you know that
bro.
Biggie was a better rapper.
Don't
than
you
Tupac,
start.
though.
Pac is the GOAT. And Jay-Z is overrated. Jay-Z
is overrated. Jay-Z was never the number one in any of the eras that he was
Never.
big in. Never number one.
No. Give me a time classic.
He saw a top 5 his entire career, though, so you can't hate on that.
No. He's got record sales.
Jim Neidhart, Hart Foundation, best beard in the game.
Daymares.
Neidhart.
Sorry about your loss, Daymares, man. I saw your comment
Yeah.
earlier, man. That stuff.
Sorry, Daymares, brother.
It puts things in perspective, They're like, maybe this comic book bullshit ain't so, this beef shit ain't so important now, is it?
Like, it's the social contract we have as gentlemen is that you are as responsible for not being offensive as you are responsible for not being offended. It's about grace in conversation. It's about understanding another person's perspective and being able to see it. And this really isn't the medium for well-measured, educated debate. It just fucking
it
isn't.
could be. It could be.
Yeah,
right?
Sure, but you have to do some culling of pardon me,
Culling.
well, I mean, I don't know how to put
Is
it. without
Twilight
offending
the
somebody.
Cullens?
I'm
Is that what you're
trying
getting
not
at?
to offend
Culling?
anybody here, but like some people don't have a reasonable
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Let's
bro. Why
pull
don't
it-
you talk like I don't even know what the fuck you're saying right now? You sound like fucking.
Yeah, well, I'm trying
you
not
sound
to
like
be
Joe.
offensive.
You
I
sound
can't
like
say what I
Sleepy
really
Joe.
feel, Legend.
You
I gotta
sleepy ass.
Let's pull the Comic Tom one here. Comic
you,
Journey
brother.
says that he
Pray for
better
me,
stay
brother.
off tonight. Everyone's a little too charged for his logic. Press 1 in the chat if you want to see CJ get on. 2 in the chat if you think that CJ should stay.
I'm gonna give you. I want to say one thing about CJ.
one.
Last night he had this Insomniac Theater.
Yes, he
and
did.
dude, so he has the longest intro ever. And then finally, I go back to watching Lois and Clark. I gave CJ 10 minutes of my life. I really did. I watched his weird. It's kind of like if you know what MK Ultra is, that machine, the mind control machine. That's the
Yeah.
videos. That's the videos they played to the fucking Unabomber Ted Kaczynski. So I don't like watching those videos too long because they really will pollute my mind. But that motherfucker did a whole hour of the MK Ultra videos.
Hours. 3, bro. I woke.
Oh, it was 3.
Dude,
Oh, shit.
I'm old. I wake up 5 times to pee. I gotta take.
So you had to keep checking it. Yeah, I
I
guess.
woke
So
up
damn,
at 3 in the
bro.
morning to take a pee, and I just hop on my phone. You know, let me see what's going on.
I'm gonna,
And
Marcus,
Niobe's like, oh, I mean, not Niobe, but CJ. And let me see what he's talking about.
I'm gonna say this, man. Being the very first live show that there's ever been in this YouTube comic book community, solo host with the most, 2012, 2013. Hey, I won 2 years in a row. But hey, man, you know, you don't fucking do your live chat and your people, man. Those are your fans. Those are your fans, man. You don't do your fans like that. At least come in the chat and say, hey, dudes, I'm just running these on a loop. There'll be no like CJ vocally tonight, but enjoy these videos, and I hope they don't convince you to go out and murder someone. It is what it is. Oh, but anyway,
maybe the goal was to get people to go out and murder someone,
or get a lot of views and a lot of watch time. Because I swear to God, I kept coming back. Sleepy Reader is still in there. He still didn't get on.
Sleepy Reader's lost his mind at this point. Next time
Poor
you see him,
Sleepy.
he's gonna have knives for hands.
Dude, I
just want to address what happened a few minutes ago. Obviously, I'm more emotionally connected to this than I even realized. I felt that Niobe came in and disrespected that because I thought we were talking actual stuff, and that's just a keyword, you know, or a phrase that people that whole drama thing, and I hate it.
It's a trigger
So I just want to apologize for the way that I reacted. That's it, and I apologize, Niobe, that I came off at you. It's if you want to come at me, that's totally fine. But
we don't need to do that. We're good.
yeah, I have no beef, and I just want to apologize for letting my emotions take over. So
it's all good, brother.
That's what's up, Tate, man.
That's
Respect
how
for
you
that,
do it.
my man.
That you know what?
That's how it fucking. Hey, Brian, and Razor. That's how you like work shit out right there. You get on the same damn stream, or just do it behind the scenes. You know, no one's got to go to the bathroom at the same time.
Now I want a life mission. I want to make peace. I'm going to go on a life mission to make peace between 2 of my favorite guys.
Yeah,
Circumstance and Razor.
That's you should not waste your time doing.
I'll give you.
You can't have a circumcision without a sharp razor.
Season tickets to the Chiefs. Circumstance. Season tickets.
I'm gonna tell you right now. That shit ain't happening.
I respect that. I'm still going to fanboy on Circumstance. So that
Well, I got a question. What is the initial beef between you and Razor all about, anyway?
I don't actually understand. I really don't. I don't actually understand.
That's what communication is for, brother. You know, one of the main things I do with my wife is I communicate with her. Y'all got to communicate together.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you my together. I'll give you my understanding, which is he came on the scene talking about a bunch of people, talking about me, and so people started bringing him up to me because he was mentioning my name, and we talked about him on an FOC and Chill once, and I talked about Sticky Goose, and then Izzy talked about Razor, and then Izzy made a video suggesting that we were both talking about Razor, but only Izzy was talking about Razor. I was not talking about Razor. And when I came to Razor's video and I said, hey, bro, you know, I wasn't talking about you, you know, he proceeded to like every other fucking comment on this video except mine. And I'm like, all right, I'm a dude that's quick to take a fucking hint. And that was a pretty clear hint right there. So fast forward, we actually end up talking about him on an episode of FOC and Chill. And I point out what I think is funny about Razor, and I still think it's funny about Razor, is he's very much a clueless reporter. My favorite thing that he did was when he reported that the rat was collecting with Durs, and he acted like it was breaking news, but everybody.
Dude, I found out a day before he did, and when I got in the Discord, I got on there with Marcus and Perry, and they were like, dude, legend, you just found that out? We've known this for like a month.
Dude, everybody fucking knew, but he's on his YouTube channel talking about, oh, breaking news, guys. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So I just made fun of the fact that he's presenting himself as a reporter, but he really doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. And that's when he made his gatekeeper video. And he says, look, I'm not lying, guys. I'm not lying. Go to this point in the video. They're gatekeeping me. And if you go to the point that he's talking about, it's me saying this dude's a clueless reporter. So apparently I'm a gatekeeper because I called him a clueless reporter, which means that we have beef now, which is the dumbest thing about Razor is that he will talk shit about everyone. But then if you talk shit about him, you're gatekeeping. Like, his arguments are not principles. They are means to an end. And that's the number one reason why I don't like him. And it's the number one reason why we could never possibly ever get along. We could
So it's all over something stupid.
Yeah, it's absolutely stupid. I never had a beef with him. He's always had a beef with me. I've always found him humorous. He's always been funny to me. Until now. He's not funny anymore now. Now he's just a fucking cancer. But there was a point in time when he was funny to me. But if you watch his video, if
like
you
Hall
watch
and Nash in the WCW locker,
no, I mean cancer is in the fucking life killing.
Oh my god, the real
got even worse, legend.
I know, right?
Yeah. No, I don't mean cancer in Zodiac. I mean as in cancer is, and we need to fucking radiate the
fucking
that's
cancer.
And if you're confused, and if you're confused as to why I feel that way about him, go watch his video race baiting the fuck out of this shit. Just go watch it, and you can.
Which video do I gotta look for? Because I've only seen a few of his videos. I've been on his Comics Sunday peace streams a couple of times, but other than that, I don't know the full history. You know what I mean?
He went live directly after the show, Extreme Race Baiting, and then he went live directly after Sticky Goose's video, Extreme Race Baiting.
Yeah, yes, but he still took a shot. He still defended himself. To me, it was funny. He clowned the fuck out of both of them, but I get it. I get why he gets a lot of flack, and I've told him, and he knows. But I remain neutral when it comes between you and him, and I always will. I pick no sides. But like how you feel about Razor is how I feel about Sticky Goose. I don't care. Become a big channel. I don't care if little channel, no channel, big channel, a viewer. Fuck that guy, dude. You guys know how I feel. I share your sentiments about how you feel about Razor, and that's how I feel about Daniel. You know, I don't even like calling him. I just like calling him by his real name, Daniel.
Well, he's the same thing in that his arguments are not principles; they're means to an end.
When you see what he did today, he was just all he was doing was crying like a little bitch. Oh, Jim Mint didn't have my back. Oh. Jim Mint.
Oh, he cried like I see. I don't pay attention. I missed all this.
That's what I mean. He crashes out, but like that's what I mean. Like he's butthurt at Jim Mint and at MJ for how he got destroyed by Tom, and that's like deeper. I don't know that, but you could tell when he takes the blue wrench from MJ, and then he flat out, bro. This motherfucker, bro. He flat out said it twice. Fuck Jim, man. That's how I feel. Not only that, bro.
Oh yeah, well that stream was supposed to be about the election, and half of it was like him just shitting all over people, right? You got two people in the back. You got Comic Journey waiting and Pops, and I just got 4 people that popped up in my own stream yards that I have to go attend to. So I gotta bounce.
Hey, thanks for giving me the first appearance, brother.
Oh, no worries, brothers. Good. Have a good one, yo.
Take care, brother.
I want to see how long his hiatus is really going to last on this. He's like, I'm not going to come out for another 3 months. I want to see if Niobe could keep his mouth closed on his own channel for another 3 months.
I'm still waiting for him and Cali Comics to come together.
My money is he's not going to last. You think you had me waiting long enough? Fuck not.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you back there. It
felt like your intro last night.
You get me like a rope a dope to get out of
I'm
here.
sorry.
I'm a man of the people. I came here to you know,
Hands of the people.
Dude,
give the people what they wanted. I'm a Dundee Award winner,
There
and
he
you
is.
and you're freaking treat me like this.
bro, you cost me 3 hours of sleep last night, bro. 3 hours.
Oh, you mean Darth? You stayed for the whole. Oh, you did.
No,
You
bro,
did
I
wake
had
up, though.
trouble sleeping. I have an internal
Yeah.
clock.
I enlightened you, my friend. I was on for 7 hours until they
Dude,
blocked me.
I had to put my phone underneath the pillow, bro, because I was like, oh, let me see if this dude comes on. Because
I did come on.
wake up
For
early.
everybody that was waiting, ask Psychotron. He was on the whole thing. He saw me at the end.
It's
That
not fair,
tracks.
bro. I have
Psychotron would watch 7 hours of MK Ultra.
Listen, I'm wired a little different.
This poor guy, man. You don't fuck with that guy. He's a good dude.
I'm wired a little bit differently, and the people that have been following me for quite some time have seen me pull stunts even worse than this. So
Ninja.
I was working on something. I wanted to see how long it would take for the googly eyes to block me. Apparently, it's 7 hours.
You got some good stats though, because your chat was it was happening, dude. You didn't. It was like you weren't even. Well, you were there, but you weren't there. But your chat was still there. And dude, they were having the insomniac hour without their host with the most. But hey, man, at least they got to come together. You brought them together through that MK Ultra.
See, the key was I was highlighting everybody, so everybody knew I was there.
That's right.
That's what
Yeah.
fucked me up, bro. Because
Really?
That killed it.
That's
Everybody
kind of
knew-
fuck with you. Well, how's he highlighting this? Where is he really here?
Yeah,
Does
he was
have-
watching. He was lurking.
Does he have a Perry working for him? Or
And
someone
between between clips, I would pop up out of nowhere and it disappear like in seconds.
Dude, sometimes
So-
I would hear you say, "Is this like?" You would say something. I knew, okay, that couldn't have been one of those pre-setup clips. I think that was really him. And then then we just didn't know again.
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
That's the beauty of me.
Yeah,
You
with
know,
the hands
that-
thing. Yeah.
That is the beauty of me. So
Who's to say you're not really wearing that shirt right now? This could be a pre-recorded video.
very white. Listen,
That's what they do in the wrestling business. Those pre-tapes, and they run the
Pre-tapes.
tapes on the big monitor, and they're not really in the backstage.
I won a Dundee Award last year as well, so it could very well be that it could be pre-recorded. You don't know. You don't know.
I agree with Cali Comics.
What kind of racist things were said on the Dundee Awards?
Don't worry.
I'm sure
about
Michael
what they
Scott
said
did
in
say
Dundee.
some shit. I mean, that show had its own little gimmicks. That's what she said all the time.
Listen, I
CJ,
accept
any
awards.
thoughts you want to give us, brother? What do you want to give us tonight?
What do you want? Trump is going to win. Okay, so get ready for that.
Condoleezza Rice.
More fighting tomorrow. That's what's going to happen. I don't know why everybody is like so like freaking. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. I talked about this. When was it? Sunday night? Whatever the case is. The people that are involved are all grown adults. Okay, we all said our piece. We all said what we got to say about it. Let them figure it out. You say something. You got to be accountable for yourself and whatever it is, and you have to own it. If you don't own it and you're not accountable for yourself, then you get what you deserve at the end of the day. But who am I going to sit there and I'm going to sit there and try to cancel people and throw arrows at people? They're doing it perfectly for themselves. So what the hell am I going to sit there and pile on? It's the way I look at it. And as far as Razor, everybody's getting uptight with Razor as well. And, he's a little thorny. I'll tell you that much.
A little.
But he's a typical, I'll tell you what he is. He's a typical guy that's trying too fucking hard. He's trying way too hard, the wrong kind of energy and kind of attention. So he's going to have to figure it out. He's another one, so I don't know.
And what about your favorite guy? What do you think about your favorite guy today? I saw you watching his.
Which one's my favorite guy?
Yeah, and then what did he do with
Goose.
Lisa, man? What did he do with the homie Lisa, dog? I saw she was pretty worked up.
Yeah, I'm actually going back to review that because I wasn't on at that point when Lisa pointed it out to me. I was talking to Lisa about it in the DMs, so I'm trying to figure that out right now exactly what was said.
What do you think about
people? She says she has people DM and racist shit to her,
And that's fucked up. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you something else. I don't like the fact that this is not the first time people have done shit like that to Lisa. All right. and I think it's fucked up that they're targeting her because she's like a woman. I don't know if it's all racial thing only, but I think
they
it
don't
has a
color
lot.
too.
But
Come in
I
my
think,
DMs. I want to play you, bitches. Come to me.
I think it has a lot to do with her being a woman as well.
Yeah,
You know?
I think a lot of men. I think it's a lot of mean white men picking on that girl.
Bro,
All right, so let me ask you something. If it was a 450-pound linebacker, a black dude that's 6'8", would they be talking to him like they talk to Lisa?
Heck no.
He'll
Well,
fucking
I mean,
eat
it's
them.
the internet, so
Six
probably.
fucking 8 linebacker.
I mean, yeah, everybody's tough on
That's
the
a
internet.
beast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keyboard
exactly.
warrior.
So
That's a
would they
killer.
be saying the same exact thing to him as they would to her? No. So there's a little element of freaking them going after women. I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't have enough women in this community.
We don't, guys. We
I
gotta
like,
protect.
listen,
our,
I
we
like to
got
look at
protect
women.
our
Okay,
women.
I want
Who
them
the
to
fuck
stay
are
around
these
here
people?
longer.
Are they?
If we don't have the if we don't have the good looking women around us, then I gotta look at you people.
Just
all right.
Well, that's why what he said about K-pop, I personally didn't like. I
Yeah, I'm
personally
not
didn't
thrilled
like.
with that either.
No, that was a straight shot. And what he said today about referencing the older, heavy-set woman with big, saggy boobs, that wasn't cool either. You know
Wait,
what I
who
mean?
did you say that about?
Oh yeah, go back and watch it. You know, go back and watch it. That's what
Wait, the older
I
saggy
need
boob.
someone to. I'm
Who
gonna
was
need
that?
Perry to clip it for me because I ain't watching shit.
Yeah, thank
See,
you, Marcus.
that's the thing. A lot of people catch me in streams sometimes. I'll jump onto streams, but I don't a lot of times watch the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So unless somebody points something out to me specifically, or I'm there at that moment, a lot of times I don't catch shit. So you know, if there's something like that, you want to point it out. Send me the minute or whatever the hell it is. I'll go see it, and I'll talk about it.
Let me just one point of fact, real quick. When you say, "Oh, I'll go back and watch it," or "You should go back and watch it," you're rewarding that behavior. He's doing it to drum up views so that people come back and watch it.
Oh, I get that. But people also want me to talk about it. So if I'm going to talk about it, I got to be educated. I'm not going to just like make up shit or go off third party.
Just real quick, that's the power of the drama, though, is that even the people who hate the drama will still
Absolutely.
click on it because they want to be informed about it, right? If I'm going to have an opinion about this, I have to know what the fuck is going on.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. The drama it is so freaking weird. The drama that we're dealing with right now, because the drama it's not like it's not even gossipy chicken head drama. It's like this weird drama that like originates in different places and is applied in double standards, triple standards, and that kind of stuff. For example, all right, Sticky, we know what the fuck he is, right? I don't think anybody has any kind of question of the kind of dude he is. He's a thorny fucking dude that's gonna pick fights and generate interest. That's basically the premise of how he operates, right? I don't think there's anything much off of that. Now he went off of a premise that originated somewhere else. Now all the heat is being deflected onto the goose because people clearly hated him more from the beginning, and the originator is getting away with it. So it's a weird dynamic that's happening right now.
Because he does what he does. He leeches. So he latched on to that drama so he can create his narrative, which is the right wing route. So that's all it was.
What is the right wing? Now let's not get political.
Look at it.
Let's not get political.
Look what he was clearly doing, bro. He did it when he started from the razor. Like now, everybody's gonna be butthurt tomorrow. He basically made it like if everybody that's calling out Brian or there's a pocket of us that are left. It's basically what he did. He basically said it, and then he just continued it today.
Didn't all that political stuff start on the awards? Which I still don't understand. I don't understand that clip. I don't understand that like Trump clip that he put in there.
Cheap heat, what we call it, don't we, Drew? As cheap heat.
Yeah,
because 50% of the world or 50% of Americans don't like Trump. So when you put something up there, it's going to trigger a lot of people. Shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't understand it. That's the problem. I don't understand it. Like I watched it twice, and I don't understand. Is it supposed to be for Trump or against Trump? Like I don't understand.
I don't even think he understood it. I think he was just like Sleep H.O.
I didn't find it funny. I thought it was confusing. Listen, if you're gonna make fun of him, make fun of him. If you're gonna if you're gonna make fun of somebody else, make fun of somebody else. But at least let me understand what we're making fun of. I didn't understand the joke. Maybe I'm just dense, or maybe I'm
It was
just
a
like
costume and an
No,
impression. There was no content to the joke.
Yeah, it was like
he's just not funny. It's as simple as
it's just
that.
not
Something
funny.
he finds funny.
Dude,
We aren't.
it's like me coming on alive dressed as Trump and start talking like Trump and not making any jokes. I'm just dressed as Trump talking like Trump. Is that funny, or is that what the hell is this supposed to be?
Somebody told him you do a good Donald Trump, and he believed them. That's what happened there.
No, that was,
So we're talking about his stream today that I missed. Is that what we're talking about?
No, that was
during the CBC Awards. Didn't he do like some kind of Trump clip?
We're talking about
make comics great again or something.
I don't understand that clip. Like I sat there legitimately like, let me try to understand. Like I went with the intent. Let me understand what the hell message is trying to be put through this, and I didn't understand any message.
It was more divisiveness in his show about community, and I found it really in poor taste, whether you agree or disagree on political things. It's just that I think that he shouldn't put any like personal values into that show.
I thought it was weird, and not my kind of weird. You know, like I got different weird going on.
Very different weird.
Like I don't understand this fucking weird. You know?
There's a very different weird over there.
Well, yeah, we got a very different weird. All right,
Who he's always been. I've been saying it for a while. In and out of multiverses, bro. It's just
John agrees.
And I can't be the only one that's seen the dude for. You know what he is, bro? He's like the '80s. He's like that douchebag James Spader type sleazebag villain in the '80s teen movies. This sleazebag.
Wait, which guy are we talking about now? Because we have a lot of those under that description in the community. Which guy are we talking about?
The young, that one,
the actor James Spader from like Stargate.
No, I know. I'm saying
sorry.
which guy is he comparing him to?
Yeah, he's like he's up from the other side of the tracks.
Who's he? Who are we talking about? We're talking about Brian. We're talking about Sticky. And we're talking about
Goose.
Oh, the Goose. All right, that's what I'm trying to understand. Who you're saying he? Because there's a lot of he's that could fit that freaking narrative.
That sucks. We really are in trouble.
Man, Larry, I need Larry. Be real quick. I need Larry and Cali Comics to just
hop on.
Are they gonna fuck?
I just need them to fuck and get it over with here.
Is it gonna be passionate?
I hope so. It looks based on the chat. I would
Speaking
say.
of passionate, fuck.
What up? First appearance on the FOC. Damn.
There he goes.
We're having a hell of a night tonight.
What's up,
y'all.
Beautiful night. Beautiful night with you lovely people.
Carlito, first of all,
how lovely are we?
2 questions, Carlito. Number 1, is there anybody that you want to curse out tonight? And number 2, do you have any thoughts on any of the stuff?
Nope and nope.
All right. How about Iowa football, right? Punting is winning, my friend.
Hey, we scored 42 points last weekend.
I know what's going on with you guys.
Damn.
You guys
last weekend, stop living in the past.
Hey, the weekend before that too. Let's just keep going back. No, let's not go back for 2 weeks, but at least the last 2 weeks are good. No, man. Look at Legend showing the buttes.
Oh, that's a hot book right now, right?
Boston, nice to. I don't think I've ever been on there with you before.
It was hot. I bought this like 5 months ago before it was even out, before it was even graded, because I have a time machine.
Yeah, I got
you only see 5 seconds into the future, though, buddy.
Fake news, Lisa.
Yeah, no,
right?
Nice to meet you. So nice to meet you, Carlito.
You know what's crazy? I actually
Nice
had
to meet you.
another copy of this, but it's just wrong.
So I sold them just in the nick of time. Just when they were starting to cool down.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is this: all you people.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you know who you are? All you people are freaking weird. Okay, you're weirding me out with your weird ass fights and like get into arguments and bringing into freaking politics and freaking racism and all kinds of crap. It's a comic community. When all this content that's created should be about me, and I don't understand why everybody's sitting there getting with all these agendas.
Look at me! Look at me! Look at me!
Yeah, exactly. Everybody should be looking at me and making videos to praise the fact
like,
that
no.
Brother John, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Michael, he's got the devil in his eyes. Michael, no, Michael.
No, joking aside, am I wrong?
Anyone-
that, like a lot of these
Dr.
like,
Loomis for
these
you.
conflicts are fucking petty as hell. What the fuck?
Yeah, but anybody talking out there, do not drink CJ's Kool-Aid. It's
Yo, you
not
can
going to
drink
be a
the
good
Kool-Aid.
night.
Hey, he's the Kool-Aid man.
I got every flavor. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure you do.
Do you?
And a white van, I'm sure.
Half of those flavors are named after Old Spice scents.
Probably.
How do you know I use Old Spice?
It's just one of them things.
It's a vibe.
Dude, just come into my place and like look at my freaking cabinet.
Nice.
What the hell is this?
Papa, what's up? Papa, you've been quiet. I feel like Papa's got. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Papa's the man of a million words.
He has some
Is Dart still around, or he step out?
No, all joking aside, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with people? Marcus, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with people? All I gotta say is one.
To see this fight.
All I gotta say is one little thing to somebody. Seriously, I could just randomly go into somebody's stream, say one little thing purposely to provoke them, and all of a sudden, freaking Vietnam breaks loose. It's nuts. Like how like everybody's looking for a fight, and people are purposely provoking each other for no reason.
I think it's the world we live in right now too. I think it's just because we're just a microcosm of the grander world. So
it all started with Cat Williams, man, and Kendrick.
All we are is dust in the
Oh,
wind.
Cat Williams.
I don't know. I just look at it like this. There's a lot of people. Listen, I don't think it's any fucking secret. There's a lot of people throughout this community that I don't get along with, that I actually don't like personally don't like. But you know what? I try to be civil to fucking people. You know what I'm saying? I try to be civil and stay in lane. Some people I can't let it go because I can't fucking stand their faces. But other than that, I try to be civil and try to stay in my lane and not provoke. I don't understand why people fucking have to go provoke people for no reason. And then you want to be part of a community.
Because they get off on the drama.
Yeah. Pretty much.
For the most part.
Then you know what? Lean into it. If you're going to be into the drama thing, then fucking own it. Yeah. Lean into it. Be all in on the drama.
Admit you're king. It's okay.
You can't be saying that I'm not into the drama. I hate this stuff, and you're the one that's instigating and causing the drama because you see that's what's happening from a lot of people. They're saying, "Oh, I don't like this. This is not nice. This is upsetting me." Blah blah blah. And they're the ones that are freaking instigating shit half the time.
Collector P. I blame Dean. It's Dean's fault.
That is
right, Legend.
Yeah.
That Dean.
Dean. Hashtag Dean gone too soon.
Hashtag Dean gone too soon.
Is it fake Dean or real Dean though? That's the
real Dean actually joined our Discord for a little while just to give it ending, and then fake Dean took over. I hadn't seen real Dean.
There was the end of Dean. I didn't realize
real
that.
Dean and fake Dean. Yeah, real Dean came in there, but he left though.
I thought real Dean was still lurking around. I could have sworn I've seen him in one of my chats.
I don't think he will because Perry. I don't know if Perry's been gaming enough. That dude really liked Perry gaming, and I don't know if Perry Gaming's gaming right now.
Well, I don't know. Let's see.
Dean will be back. He'll be back.
What about Ian's trolls? Have they been lurking?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they've been laying low for a while.
You want to see ruthless trolls? Go visit Strange Dog's channel and see all those freaking trolls.
Yeah,
those are trolls.
Yeah, those are the real deal over there.
Lisa, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know that was going on.
Time to fuck with that guy.
Yeah,
that's so.
They literally chase him from channel to channel. It doesn't matter even if he's on the panel. If he's just in the chat, they'll chase him and go in there. Oh, I'll give you guys some breaking news, my friends. Oh, thank you for the promotion for the Kickstarter that's going to come up in January. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be beautiful. Wait, I'm going to get Trump to endorse it. That's how great.
Is this for you, CJ?
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
fuck
for
that
me.
Shit. I ain't donating shit.
Oh, you don't have to donate shit.
Don't donate for me, Carlito.
Okay, all right, I'll do it for you.
It's an investment in your enjoyment because I
don't
assure
care
you,
about my
you will enjoy
enjoyment.
it.
I like
You
to
will
be
enjoy
miserable.
it.
I like to be miserable. What's wrong with that?
Oh, then you'll get to my part and you'll be absolutely miserable.
Oh, that sounds excellent.
There's a little thing for everybody. Tate has a wonderful, non-miserable part. I got the miserable
Oh,
part.
okay. Oh, I'll help out Tate. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, man. There's 5 of us creators involved. It's a Brandon Ingram that's Dismay Comics. You have Tate, my man right here, myself, this guy, and we have Matt Atkins, who is he's a master of ink, along with a chibi artist, and he has his own comic as well. And we have Ben Frazier, who's a professional artist in his own right and a great tattoo artist. So you have the 5 of us together. We created a storyline. Brandon wrote a script. He gave it to all 4 of us artists, and we drew it out exactly the way we saw it should be drawn out, without discussing it with each other, without doing anything. So basically, you're going to have a comic that's been drawn out 4 different ways and different vision with the same script, and you're going to see it originating from its inception for the first time. And you kind of say, I kind of dig this, I don't dig this. It's a different concept altogether, and a great story at the same time. So I'm hoping that people will get into it. And I'm hoping that it'll open up doors and new possibilities for other creators in the future to join us, to kind of get themselves out there and do something that's actually really interactive.
I like the idea. I think it's interesting, the idea of seeing the different interpretations of the same story. I think it's a cool little idea. It's like variant covers, but if instead of a variant cover, you're getting variant art.
Yeah, you're getting a variant comic altogether.
That
basically.
That was the entire genesis of that, was that we were all talking and I said, has anybody ever seen variant interiors? And that started it. We were on a live stream for like 2.5, 3 hours, and it's coming to fruition. It's really, really freaking exciting.
Variant interiors, but variant endings.
The variant endings we've seen before.
Yeah,
We've seen that before.
They did that in Clue. That was actually really cool. Each variant cover had a different clue at the end of each issue. But it was literally just the end page was.
What were those books? Choose Your Own Adventure or something?
I mean, there are certain aspects of that, but the thing is, you're seeing the entire world. You're seeing the entire world and all the characters, everything, the genders, the whether it's humans or animals, everything. Like, you're seeing everything so different because like we all all 4 of our art styles are very, very different from each other. And the other thing is, our imaginations make us go different. Like in the script, it wasn't telling us it has to be a woman. It didn't tell us it has to be a man. It didn't tell us it has to be an animal. It didn't tell us anything. So basically, we all drew it out the way we wanted to draw it out.
That's really
cool. And it's a wild concept. And the thing is, once that's done and people get that in their hands, we'll be able to get feedback from people. Which style would you see an ongoing series? Would you like to see an ongoing series go on there? And we're going to continue that with that style that the majority feedback we get are liking. And then the next issue, the other 3 artists are going to continue with another storyline with another new artist that we're going to bring in, and et cetera, et cetera. We're going to keep doing that and just keep bringing more creators in and just kind of open up a new portal for creativity for people. I think it's I know that people hate like Kickstarters with no concepts and it's like a nothing burger story and that kind of thing. And I'm one of them. I'm not a big fan of like just supporting for the fuck of supporting. I get that. But at the same time, I really, really believe that there's something behind this concept. Like I'm really passionate about it. And I also, like, from the feedback I got, I went and did an ASHCAP for this, and I handed it out to a lot of professionals in the industry when I was at NYCC, and I got really, really good feedback from a lot of people, and they weren't just blowing smoke up my ass, like as far as like just being nice to me. Like I have like better relationships with some of these people where like they talk to me like I'm an asshole, and I talk to them like they're assholes, so they would tell me the truth. And it kind of like I got a really, really cool feedback from a lot of people. So we'll see. We'll see where this goes. I think we needed something fresh, and I think that's what we're doing.
I'm excited about it. I like it. I have clicked on that link right there, and I have asked Kickstarter to notify me when they launch, and I suggest you guys do the same. I like the concept. I'm really interested to see how it comes out.
And not for anything, Marcus, I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you clicking on the link and sharing the link. If anything, people don't want to support it. They don't want to pay for the thing. We're going to keep it as low as possible to start with. But if you don't want to do it and you just want to support us in your own way, just click follow on that page. It will help us when we actually launch it in January. Like the more people that are like watching it will help. Even if you don't buy it, if you don't do that would help a lot. And that's what, because we're looking to not only create this as a concept, but we want a proof of concept for later on for people to say, hey, people were actually behind this. We don't want, I love it for our friends to support us, our family to support us, like people we know to be like in goodwill want to support it. But more than anything else, we want people to support us because they actually believe in this project.
Oh yeah. Well, link is in the chat, guys. Check it out. If you want to see indie comics, you got to support indie comics. Thank you, CJ, for jumping on. Sorry for leaving you back.
Well, one more thing. I know journalism. You want to hear something journalism? I got breaking news for people. I know who Synthetic Panels is. I know who he is.
I know.
I did say he.
Who is it? I don't know.
I'm sitting on the edge of my seat here. What's going on?
Well, I'm not saying yet, but I know.
And I know who it is too.
I like his content. Barely.
I know exactly who it is.
Yeah, I will tell you. I will tell you who I found out who it is I was in Discord with someone who simply lowered the pitch on their video, and if you do that, you can clearly hear who it is. It's
I know
clear
who
and obvious.
Dude, I saw all his videos in the morning while eating a ham sandwich.
That's my homie though. That's my homie though. Love me some
He
of
was
that
trying
guy.
to be tricky with me, telling me it wasn't him, but I know it is him.
He's denying it, but it's him.
Dude,
CJ, what do you got going on your channel, man? Anything you want to promote?
Listen, like I just mentioned, we're doing this Kickstarter. We're gonna have sporadic Insomniacs. Yesterday's was an anomaly that we did. It really was a test run that I was doing for something different. So if anybody feels like they got trolled, hey, it happens on my channel. But we should be doing some more normal content. Maybe I'll do one later. I don't know. The night is young. But and as far as other original content, we're gonna have some stuff coming up soon. So just stay tuned, do the ding ding ding, and you'll find out.
Stay
ding
plugged
ding
in.
thing.
Thank you as always, CJ, for
Dundee
jumping
award
on.
winner.
I appreciate your time. Congratulations on your Dundee, and congratulations on winning best hands for or losing best hands for yet another.
Dude, don't even get me started on that mockery of award. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I keep saying this to everybody, and I really mean this. And I don't understand why people take this as a joke. I find it so offensive as a content creator that they lump in what I do, my craft. Sit there, Dundee. My craft, my what I do with my hands. You try to go and freaking entertain people for 10 hours with your freaking hands, just your hands. I want to see you freaking do it, and then you lump everybody in with freaking hair and mustaches and beards. And why not? Let's add testicles into the mix. Let's add some nipples into the mix. What else should we add into the mix? Cat.
Carlito entertains guys down at the bus station with his hands for hours on end.
Fucking A.
Boston, Chris, thank you.
How do you know that,
Drew? Thank you so much for not talking about Tupac too much. I appreciate that.
Wait,
What's
what? You
going
never
on
talk
with
about
you?
Tupac.
Anything you want to promote?
Greatest rapper all time.
All day.
So we agree to disagree on that one, but that's all right. So Thursday, me and Huda are going to go live and have a graphic content episode. So check us out on that. Other than that, I don't have anything else really going on my channel. But it's been a blast being on here. It's always fun. So thank you for having me, and everybody take care. Have a good night.
Thanks for jumping on, my man. I appreciate you. Drew, same to you. I actually get to promote your show or your channel.
Yeah. I got lots of shorts.
You got a channel?
Watch my shorts.
Anything going
Put out
on with you
content.
these days?
I just put out a short on Wolverine's Revenge #3 not long ago.
Ooh.
I did one about The Watchmen, so you guys can watch that if you want. It only takes a minute. You can let it play again if you really liked it.
If you really liked it, just play it over and over.
Yeah, you can play it 3 times if you fucking didn't. That'll really show me. Beyond that, like Niobe Comics was on here, Great Legend was here, Boston Chris was here. What? How fucking is this a time machine? Like
we're bringing back the
Chris,
old
when's
school.
the last time we were on a stream together? That had to have been 7 years ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
A long time. So good to see you, my friend. And maybe some of this bullshit in the community is actually bringing people together.
Hey, everybody
Nice,
says
man.
they hate drama, but they're all clicking the links, man, just the same. Not all of them.
Can I just say that, like,
but most of them.
if Brian and fucking what's his name, Razor, are gonna fight at HeroCon, can we please get a Niobe Cali Comics undercard on that motherfucker? Let's just shut up and put up. Let's do it. Put your hair up and square up.
Either fuck or fight, guys. One of the two.
No, that's another thing that people do that's not smart, man. They go and threaten people on freaking live streams.
It's absurd.
In today's world, you shouldn't be doing that.
We're a bunch of comic book nerds talking about comic books. We're not tough, guys. Stop it. Just stop it. It's absurd. It's embarrassing. Jeez.
Dude, I'll just send Drew after anybody that gives me problems. He'll take care of it.
I'm way too
The
lazy
great
to fuck people
legend.
up anymore.
What's going on with you, man?
Oh, look at that.
You want to
Oh, what? Oh,
You
Bert
know,
Ernie.
when it's
Bert and
Sesame
Ernie.
Street, when it's Sesame Street, especially Bert and Ernie,
black and
I
white
grew
variant.
up. Those
Sketch
the
variant.
coloring book variant right there. You color it
Dude,
yourself.
they rip you off, man. There's no color on those freaking comics.
You get to color them yourself.
I don't do much videos anymore on my own channel. I like to hang out and do these hangouts with these folks that love comics just like I do. It's the best thing, and we all have that in common, and you should too, and you do. That's why you're watching FOC, Comic Book Community Hangout. FOC and chill for the 11-11-24. Look like some kind of fucking, that's Wimby's numbers. He's got 11 points, 11 rebounds, and 24 blocks. Oh my God, Greg Popovich is like grabbing his heart right now.
I can triple.
But anyway, that's a Spurs joke if y'all are San Antonio fans. Wimby's playing pretty good. But man, try to love one another, and really look to your loved ones and your family and just tell them you really love them, because there's some crazy stuff. I can feel it, man. You can feel when times is changing, dust in the wind, baby. You know what I'm saying? Damn. But anyway, Marcus, thank you so much for having me. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully we can all get back to normal under the sun.
Legend,
my brother.
Legend, let's hear a rip roaring promo just for circumstances. That way he can play it over and over again on IG. Let's hear one.
Right. Let's do the quick one.
Fire it up.
Let me tell you something about the circumstances. You don't fuck with him because you'll lose your chances. Marcus is one of those hottest guys you're ever going to see here in the comic book community. Look at him when he wears the Soul Glow. Look at him when he wears the wigs. This man's got the threads. This man's got the digs. No doubt about it. No reason to scream. No reason to shout it. Marcus is here, and understand this, and let me be clear. This is the only place to be on Tuesday is FOC.
Hell yeah, baby.
And I love Jesus too. Amen.
Thank you. Shout out. Hallelujah. Amen.
There you go, Marcus. Now you got your IG thing to freaking whore out for the next week. There you go. Perfect.
He's coming back.
Yeah, buddy, it's time to record that. Make that a fucking clip and let that be a super chat promo for everybody.
Thanks, Craig.
Thank you so much for coming on. Great legend. Check out the Jigs Kingdom. You're probably more likely to find Legend over there than you will find him on his own channel. So check out the Jigs Kingdom. We've got a first appearance from my man Carlito. Punting is winning. Anything going on with you, my man?
Yeah, actually, I got some stuff in the works with John's Comics with Kids and Matt from Gretzky, and also JoJo here in the next couple months. So, but it's all movie related. I'm out of the comic game. So,
where can we find that at? What channel can we find that on?
JoJo's channel, Flicks and Comics, and John's channel, John's Comics with Kids.
One of the
There
worst.
you go. One of the worst.
True, but he's still my king though. Still my
That's
king.
what's up. We got my man Papa Willie in the house. Link for his channel is in the chat as well, guys. I know every Thursday night he's with my homie Beckerman. He's with the immortal Biggie Shaq and all of the other homies that come through to talk about all things professional wrestling. They always have a good time over there every Thursday night. So definitely check my man out and follow him on the Instagram. Always a good time over there. Thank you so much, as always, Papa, for coming through. I appreciate you tolerating the drama tonight for me. I know you hate it so much, but we're going to get through it. We're going to be all right. We've got the multiverse guru, the multiverse chronicler, journalist,
librarian. Yeah, I'm working on it.
We've got Darth, the librarian. We've got Darth Lopez in the house, making a splash recently in the comic book community. Anything going on with you? Here's your link to your Instagram, at least. Anything else going on with you?
Still working on it. I did a lot actually today on it. You know, got the first quadrant done, so to speak. Still a lot of work. You know, other than that, Buffalo Bills are 7-2. Tupac,
Josh Allen is
great.
Hey, can anybody? What's the only undefeated team in the NFL right now? Does anybody know?
Baby, will you go to Buffalo? Okay,
The referees are the only undefeated team. Referees.
That's another war. Hey, Carol Danvers.
Yeah, Patriots were on the undefeated run, yeah.
So that's
Until they
it.
weren't.
Other than that, no, man. Thank you for letting me hang out, and that's it, bro. Just
Always a good time, brother. Thank you so much for jumping on. Let me see. Did I do everybody there? We got Carly.
You didn't do me.
I didn't get Tate Prime.
You gotta do me.
I didn't get Tate Prime though. So Tate, I know you got the Kickstarter with CJ. One of your things coming up. Anything else going on with you?
No, I'm gonna just echo the words of CJ there. If you can hit that follow button. I would just like to say a thank you to everybody that jumped in and talked about this subject, because these are the conversations that we all need to have, and even some tougher ones. And you don't have to be perfect, as I've shown tonight. So, but just and Legend said it. Give somebody a hug. Tell someone you love them. It's one of the things we're given for free in this life. So is compassion and love. So
thank you so much.
I did want to say a huge thank you to Marcus for giving me on what I'm learning is another great place to have these conversations. So
thank you.
Big up to you, brother.
And we're getting out of here, Vox. Damn it. What are you doing, man? What's going on?
Vox.
Typical Vox.
Typical Vox.
Damn it. Well, I'll show some books after the stream then.
Kurt Russell Jr.
No.
Well, you're freaking here, man. Anything you want to promote? I got your link in the chat. Anything you want to promote before we get out of here?
Yeah, I go live sporadically. And go check out all these wonderful people.
Awesome. Thank you, Vox, for coming through at the very last second.
Yeah, I've got some stuff I want to show after the stream, though.
Come on, Marcus, plug yourself.
Marcus, thank you for letting me on too. I know it's
thank
controversial to let somebody like me on, but I appreciate it.
Is it? I didn't know that. Thank you to everybody that came through.
Drew's afraid of me, so it's all good.
I thought we had a great conversation. I know some people get upset about the drama. They say that I peddle drama and they don't like it. And I respect that. Everybody's allowed to do the things that they want to do. As I said previously, like some of our channels are about comic books. Some of our channels are about the community, and some of our channels are a hybrid. My channel is about this community, guys. More than anything.
Some of our channels are weird. Don't forget that.
My channel is about this community, and all of the drama that's going on in the community is a part of that, and it's important to me. And I want to have intelligent conversations about these things, and I'm going to continue inviting people on to have intelligent conversations about these things. That may be bad, that may be good, that may be whatever it is, but it's what I want to fucking do. So it's what I'm going to keep doing. And I enjoyed the conversation tonight. I think that we all had valid viewpoints to put forth. I think there are arguments that are valid on both sides. Some people say it was just a joke. I think you can that's a valid opinion to have. You can also have the opinion that it's more than a joke. It means more than that. And I was offended, and that's a valid opinion. But what's important is that, as TN Comedy said here, is that we show respect to each other. We try to listen to each other. We try to understand each other, and we try to be open-minded about the things that people are saying. And that's what's important to me, and that's what I'm trying to build here on this FOC and Chill. When we have drama to talk about, but of course, it's not always drama. Sometimes we actually get to FOC and Chill. We actually got to FOC and Chill the past 2 episodes, which was quite a surprise. We did not get to it tonight because we had so much to discuss, but maybe we'll get back to it next week. That's all I got this week. Thank you again to everybody on the panel that jumped on, that came and gone, and to everybody that's still here. Thank you to everybody that was in the chat that kept it lit. Thank you to Cali Comics and Niobe Comics for entertaining me tonight. I enjoyed going back and forth. But that's all I got this time, guys. Until next time, peace.